gasoline. Boom, boom, like the fourth Uncle Sam and we. Lit like a fire on a sandy beach. Ain't no lightweight, does it the right way. Post Malone, I got another but light rays. Tats on her back, getting high and sideways. The tan on her thigh, still bright from light rays. Make them ways when the Spotify plays. In your black bikini, in your black fly shade. Show the rest of the world how you love to get loose. All American girl, red, white, and booze. Snow hats, flip-flops, coolers and brews. Taillights, tattoos, yeah, she's red, white, and booze. Sunshine, good times, tied up pontoons. Taillights, tattoos, yeah, she's red, white, and booze.
Hell yeah, motherfuckers, red, white, and boozed. That's how we like them here at Styling Radio at 96.1 as we're dragging through the afternoon. And we've got the epic story of the Virginia Beach trip.
Yes.
Yeah, we did not see the Virginia Beach Beast. But we saw a lot of other crazier shit to the point we're going to tell you why we were escorted by the police to our hotel room. So, we may get that in this segment.
We should be able to.
Yeah, so, where were we? Indiana, okay?
So I wake up for a minute in Indiana, but then I'm right back out.
Yeah, you're right back out. So, I'm still driving. Stephanie didn't wake up until, I believe, Lexington, Kentucky.
Right before Lexington, yeah.
And when she woke up, she saw the most interesting thing, Spider-Man to the wall of the highway.
It was a car that had flipped and, like, got behind this railing up against, like,
a wall.
You know how they put
Behind the guardrail, yeah.
Yeah, you know how they put the walls up for, like, sound deadening, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was stuck between the wires of the railing and that wall.
And it had caution tape all over it like Halloween. Like,
yeah. So it's like, okay, are they just leaving it there to, you know,
remind you not to
remind
text
people?
it and drive? Don't text and drive. This is what happens.
You know?
It was like...
It was just weird.
And it was what was weird about it is like you had your guardrail, right? That comes out a foot, foot or so, or 2 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Above that, you had 6 cables, like in case the overpass broke and fell over or something.
Right.
You know? And then the car somehow, I'm assuming, flipped and ended up vertical.
In between.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up into that damn shit.
Yeah, like that's her talent.
And the other crazy thing is, if you notice, there wasn't a lot of damage to the car.
The car was kind of smushed.
Yeah. I mean, it was smooshed with the, it was wedged into that fucking, cables, but what I'm talking about is like the front end and the back end wasn't really crushed, you know?
No, it really wasn't.
So it was very crazy looking.
Like, how did he get in there?
What probably happened is they got in there, and, it's going to take hours to get it out probably, so probably wait till the weekend to pull it out, and the traffic's not as bad.
Yeah, no
well,
shit.
Or had it been there a month. We don't know.
Oh, it might have happened that morning. They just put caution tape up and left.
Yeah, like,
That's
fuck
true.
it, we can't get it out. Or,
yeah, we can't get it out right now. We're going to have a rotator come in here and lift it out and everything else. So
or that's
we'll be closing the road down.
Or that's Kentucky's way of telling everybody
To slow down.
To slow
Drive
down.
safer. This is you, fuckers.
I don't know. I was so confused at this point, and I'm like,
yeah, I would love to know how long it was there for.
Yeah, I mean,
Is
look,
it still there?
Well, yeah, and look, people, we live in St. Louis, okay? We see weird shit on the highway all the time. Accidents. I mean, it's a daily fucking occurrence around this bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But this was so different. It's like, how did it get there? So now we're driving through Lexington, which is a beautiful fucking place right next to the river, Bridges everywhere, casinos, meth heads, fucking. At some point, we had to stop and get gas. And Stephanie straight up And I told the listeners, I was like, on this trip, I can't be greedy and I'm going to drive the whole way. So she's not taking her daytime medicine, so she's good to drive.
Yep.
So,
and I just kept telling them, you know, when is safe for me to drive? Let me drive that then.
Right.
Because.
And you can take a nap. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know when it's safe for me to drive.
So it was Kentucky we stopped, right?
Yeah, it was like towards the end of Kentucky.
Towards the end of Kentucky, yeah. So I pull over, we get gas. I think we got jerky then, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. We got jerky, yeah. Yeah, I think she was also amazed by the wall of jerky at this truck stop, you know? I mean, it fucking was endless,
right.
You know? So, we swapped drivers, and listeners, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like to be in the passenger seat.
Boy, is that obvious.
I should have just crawled in the fucking back seat and went to sleep. And, you know, I've rode with Stephanie before, right? And she drives her she has a Volkswagen Bug, and she drives it like a fucking pro stock car at this, and it's like, right, no. But that's how she says you have to drive it, you know? It's an RPM car. I'm thinking she's going to throw a rod out the fucking block, you know? But that's just, you know, how she drives. Now, the thing is, you also got to remember something. Me and Stephanie have not hung out in 30 fucking years until the last couple of months.
Yeah.
So.
And he's only rode with me twice in my Bug.
Yeah, because, like, if we go somewhere, I typically drive.
Yeah, because we're normally going farther than my normal driving ability.
Yeah, so, I mean, she did drive down to relaxing in the park, and she wanted to drive home, but she couldn't do it. So she come back to my condo, we left her Bug, and I drove her home, okay? So, I mean, the thing is, she's got narcolepsy. There's limitations. And as a friend, I'm like, hey, I've got you, you know? So here's the interesting thing. Now I'm driving with this fucking person on fucking daytime drugs to stay awake. And I'm just like, well, you got GPS. You should know where you're going. I mean, you got a full tank of gas. And she goes, it's all good. Just, you got a pillow. Just go to sleep.
Yeah, close your eyes. Just relax.
Yeah. This bitch switching lanes on the wood grain dripping candy paint or some shit. No, that was
coming back.
Well, that freaked me out.
Going down there, your GPS went off.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I got it fucked up. So, I just start to fall asleep, right? Where we had to plug the charger in for the phone, for some fucking odd reason, GM decided they want to put it behind the center console. So the cord's only going to reach so far. But if it goes off, you know, Stephanie's not dumb. She can read highway signs. You know, it says turn left 1.8 miles. You know, I mean, she don't have to look at the screen. Man, people, I just fell asleep. And I'm talking that good sleep. You know what I'm talking about, that real good sleep.
Kind of deep sleep, yeah.
And I thought Stephanie was talking to me, and I start to answer back, and the fucking GPS screamed in my ear, and I woke right the fuck up. I was like, what the fuck?
He jumped out of that seat.
Because it was like right at my ear where the speaker was. And so now I'm like, fuck, I ain't going to sleep. So I ate me some jerky and start looking at random shit going down the highway.
But at least you got to relax a little bit, you know.
So I know Stephanie's driving at this point. And I'm going to tell you how I know. Because we passed the state university. What was the state university of
common sense?
Of common sense.
That's right.
People, this is a real motherfucking place.
In Kentucky.
In Kentucky. So I'm thinking, you know, Stephanie thought I was joking with her when I first read the sign. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then we get a little closer and it says 1 mile to common sense. What do you mean 1 mile to common sense? And I'm like, yeah, it's the State University of Common Sense. And she's like, she starts seeing the sign and it's not It's not me misreading it. It's common sense. So we've come to the conclusion that there's finishing schools back in the day. So this must have been like, if you're wealthy, you went to a common sense college. Or they just never fucking changed the name. I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually had to Google it. And it's a real fucking school of common sense.
I know several people who...
I said the same thing. You know how many motherfuckers we can send to this thing?
Oh.
We got a whole field trip of fucking people on a short bus.
Oh, yes.
So now we're going through... Now we're in Virginia.
He's not scared of my driving that much.
Well, I've just learned to accept if I'm going to fucking die, that this is where it's going to happen. So now...
Well, I told you.
Now
you
we're...
drive like I do.
Yeah, she does, people. She drives like me. She fucking... I mean, at least she looks in the mirror. Sometimes I don't.
There's a mirror?
Yeah, there's a mirror. So, now we're driving through the mountains.
In West Virginia.
Yep.
And then in Virginia, yep.
Yep. So we're in West Virginia, and there's a rest area. So we stop. And we're like, yeah, West Virginia, blah, 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 you know? So we take some pictures. We take a picture. She took a picture of me take a picture of her. We posted up in the car club group, you know, who kidnapped who on this deal and this, and this, right?
Yeah, that was actually the Virginia Welcome Center.
Oh, that was Virginia. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. Sorry about that, people. So we drive through the fucking mountains, which is absolutely beautiful, people. I mean, just fucking beautiful.
Yeah, when the clouds are, when you look out and the clouds are below you.
Or you drive through the cloud like we did. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It looked like fog, but it was a cloud. Yes. So we drive through West Virginia. We get into Virginia. We stop at this fucking rest area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we took, like I said, we took selfies or took a picture of each other, taking a picture and posted it. So I post this fucking picture on my Facebook, and it says, welcome to Virginia, and hold on, I got it right here. I'm going to tell you what it fucking says. Give me 1 second. Because this gets interesting because I didn't realize this until fucking on the way back, and people were blowing me up.
He did 2 different posts.
Yeah. So we're in Virginia. It says, welcome to Virginia. Virginia is for lovers. Then I took
That's their motto.
Yeah, I took another picture. It says love. So I don't realize I'm half fucking tired. So people are starting to think me and Stephanie has ran away to elope. Because I start getting all these weird messages. Who's we? Like, what do you mean we? We ain't fucking French. Fucking. This went on for a day or so because I couldn't figure out what the fuck they were talking about. But I just took pictures of the signs because I thought they were fucking cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they said love. I thought it meant like love Virginia. You know, not. I didn't read the sign. I don't read
Virginia's
shit.
motto. It was people reading into it wrong.
Well, here's the thing, people. Remember the sky lift and I didn't read the sign about smoking? Yeah, well, Izzy don't fucking read, man. Like, I didn't read it. It said love, and I thought, whatever. So we're back on the road. Matter of fact, Stephanie drove pretty fucking far. Because...
I drove 1 full tank of gas.
Yeah, 1 full tank of gas. And then we stopped. And
then we switched again.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So now we're heading towards Virginia Beach. Going through the mountains, through the woods, and the canyons, and everything else.
Tunnels under ocean.
Okay, well, we're getting to that. So now we're getting up to... We can smell the ocean. We're getting close. Well, this bitch has never been in a tunnel that's 8 miles long.
Underwater.
underwater, that ships go over you. So as we're driving in this tunnel, she's like, oh, cool, it's a tunnel. She thinks this motherfucker's gonna be like 500 feet. So she's like, and I'm like, what, are you scared or claustrophobic? She's like, no, I'm okay. As long as I don't see anything leaking water. And I'm like, oh, look at
As long as
that.
I don't see water dripping, I'm okay.
Yeah, I go, well, what's that? And she goes, that's condensation. Remember all the water on the wall? And she goes, that's condensation.
Yeah, there's water on the wall, and he's like, well, what's that? I'm like, no, that's condensation. That's okay.
Yeah, I couldn't convince her it was leaking, but okay. Gotta pop this NOS energy drink. Oh, NOS energy drink. I got fruity punch today. Guys, make sure to check out your local store for a NOS energy drink. So, moving forward, which I was drinking plenty of those on this trip. Matter of fact, I drank so much NOS when I pissed it, it fucking was the same color.
I bet.
So it was like draining the fuel cell after a run. So we're driving through these tunnels. It's not one fucking tunnel, Jimmy. It's like several. It's like wormholes going through
Yeah,
fucking...
it's really weird.
Yeah. Big fucking battleships that they're redoing and fucking shit. You know, the Navy Harbor Yard and fucking... So, as we get closer to Virginia Beach, people start driving like shit.
Yes.
And that's
Typical
kind
big
of...
city.
And that's kind of natural. Something else before I forget about this story. So as we're getting closer, there's all these gates everywhere. There's fucking gates all over these roads.
Every entrance ramp and exit ramp, there's gates.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck is up with these gates? It looks like they're toll roads now, right? So, of course, I had to piss, so we stopped in the ghetto and went to fucking McDonald's. Imagine that, you know, I found the ghetto of fucking Virginia Beach.
Yep.
Well, we weren't even in Virginia Beach yet. We were close. So,
Yeah.
we were on the city limits. So, I go in this ghetto ass. I was the only white motherfucker in there.
Oh, yeah.
They were looking at me, but I had to piss. I didn't give a shit. So, on the way out, I was like, hey, excuse me. I'm out here just visiting some family, you know, because I didn't want to tell them what I was doing. What's up with all the gates? And the guy started laughing. He goes, that's our goddamn congressman. It's as bad as Illinois. Putting fucking gates everywhere, wasting our tax dollars because they're supposedly going to fix the roads. They ain't fixed in 20 years. I go, duly noted. He goes, where are you from? I said, East St. Louis. And he gave me the weirdest look. I said, I get you with the Illinois thing. So I bounced out of there. We get back on the road. Now, we get to the fucking hotel.
The outside looks fine. Looks like the pictures.
It does. And everything around it is all high-end fucking...
Like how you said, looks fine.
Art studio, fucking yoga studio, all this high-end shit.
Beautiful area.
Yeah, beautiful. Fucking damn right.
Not the ghetto.
Not the ghetto. The hotel was ghetto. So we go up in there. You know, even when we checked in, it wasn't ghetto until we got to the elevator, and I'm like, what the fuck? When was the last time they serviced this fucking thing?
Yeah.
So we go up
That was the first sketchy part.
Yeah, so we go up onto the third floor, and I'm like, penthouse, you know, cool, you did a good job, penthouse. The doors open up, and it's like a horror movie fucking hallway.
Well, we're out. You exit the elevator, you're outside. Then you go
Through a
into
door.
the hall. Through a door.
That looks like a horror
It
movie.
looked like The Shining.
Yeah. So, I'm like, what's our room number?
Every other light was working, you know.
Yeah, it had rear carpet.
I saw that movie.
Yeah, it had rear carpet.
Yeah.
So as we're going through, and I'm like, what's our room number? Oh, by the way, they only gave us one key, which we thought was weird.
Yeah.
So as we're going, she goes, our room number is 314. I didn't think anything about it at first. We get to the door, and I'm like, hey, is this our room? It's 314, like St. Louis. Hell yeah. So I take a picture, right? We go in. Oh, this is where it gets good, people.
Walking down the hall.
Walking down the hall to the room, you can explain to everybody what we witnessed.
So here comes this lady.
Of the night.
Of the
Yes.
night, damn right.
Yes. Wearing hardly anything. Had it been 400 pounds.
No shit, I ain't joking. She was
With
a
her
damn.
boobs hanging down to her knees.
She was definitely a damn.
250 of it was boobs.
Oh, no, it's not that her boobs were that big. It's just that they never had any support, so they just hung all the way to her knees.
Yep, she's bouncing her fucking knees off her tits.
Yeah.
But she was really nice. She was like, "Hey," we're like, "What up?" You know.
Yeah, she was nice.
So yeah. So by the way, the fucking black hooker chick walks past us, right? In the brightest fucking pink fucking whatever the hell.
Neon pink lingerie.
Yeah, lingerie, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So we walk into the room. By the way, I took a picture of this. And I start texting everybody, "Hey, our fucking hotel room number is 314.
Mm-hmm.
Chrissy fucking texts me back and goes, "What's up with the X on the door?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, X on the door?" So I start looking at the photo, and dude, she's...
We don't recognize. We didn't see it.
Yeah,
She saw it.
Yeah, I had to go back out there to see if that was true. There's an X on the door, like, X marks the spot. Like, these are the motherfuckers to rob.
Or no hookers allowed is what I was hoping it meant.
Yeah, well, we don't know what
Or the scene of the murder.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
So we don't know what
Yeah.
we don't know what this X engraved. It's engraved. So we're like, we get in the hotel room. We're there 30 seconds, and Stephanie doesn't realize we fucked up. Part of our room was at an angle because it used to be an outside walkway that they just extended the room.
Oh boy.
So you walk over there and you feel like you're going to hit that wall, and I don't know how sturdy that wall is, so that means you might go out.
Yeah, you might fall right out the fucking window, you know? The room was
right through the wall.
The room was so cold, she thought that the refrigerator to put some of her drinks in wasn't working, and come to find out, the room was colder than the fucking icebox.
Yeah,
So
or the same temperature.
or the same temperature.
Oh.
So what else? She's like, "I am so sorry, I'll never book another room," and I'm like, I mean, the hill. Okay, we'll get to that later on. Okay, so anyway, we're walking around this room and there's no soap, no fucking. The fucking TV.
The worst, scratchiest towels ever.
Yeah, the TV fucking remote. Let's talk about this TV remote.
It had more tape on it than it had anything else.
It had more tape on it than a Christmas present holding the backup.
Yeah.
And people, I'm not bullshitting you. This motherfucker had at least 300 buttons on it. But the one button it didn't have was the fucking guide button.
Yeah.
I actually had to take a picture of the remote to zoom in on it because the buttons were so small to figure out how to change the fucking channel. By the way, our monitors here in the studio were bigger than the TV.
Yes.
I don't frighten.
So we're like,
It was bad.
So we keep telling ourselves, look, we're only going to be in this hotel room for 8 hours, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
We're not staying here a week, so we'll be good. I said, so she goes, well, let's go to the pier, because she thinks it's a pier, which we're going to explain the pier and the boardwalk when we come back here in a few minutes. So you guys are listening to 96.1 as we're dragging through the afternoon, telling that epic fucking story of us going to Virginia Beach. We'll be right back after this.